All right, let's go. Get out of there. See, damn it. Work, superpowers, work. All right. All right. There's your GMs of the year, right? One sec. All right, so there's a qualifier here. I apologize for my voice. I'm going to do my best to keep this straight to the point. So, Chiarelli, David Poyle, Pierre Dorian are GMs of the year. Let's jump up and down. Oh, and let's look back in time. I did a video a few months ago where I said who I felt the best GMs in the league were. And let's discuss that, shall we? Because my picks were not... I know I have Poyle in there. I don't remember if I had Dorian in there or not. But here's the thing. GM of the Year is the most fickle award of them all. And that includes Coach of the Year. Because Mike Gillis won the damn thing. Mike Gillis won it. GM of the Year. So here are the guys. Yzerman's not in the conversation because his players got hurt and they missed the playoffs. Nothing to do with him. He worked magic to get Kucherov in under the cap. He worked magic to make sure they didn't have to have a fire sale last summer, and he's going to do the same this summer. There's lots of talk about Tampa as if they're done and they're dead. They're not. They're coming back next year. Jim Rutherford in Pittsburgh. Fantastic bloody GM. He's done a fantastic job keeping Pittsburgh up near the top of the league. And tonight they're experiencing what they're experiencing, and you can go through why. But Rutherford's kept them in the hunt for 2 years in a row. But you never give this award to somebody who won it last year. This is a which team got better, the best, fastest. The difference being Poyle and Nashville. Stan Bowman in Chicago. They've won 3 Stanley Cups. Stan Bowman oversaw fire sales after those Stanley Cup wins. And what happened? They stayed in the playoffs. They stayed a favorite. They were number 1 in the West this year. He's a big reason why. Lou goes to Toronto, and we can discuss why. But Toronto's a playoff team this year. Damn fine general manager. Lou's doing a great job. Picking up Boyle at the deadline was a fantastic idea. Good move. They didn't sacrifice any of the future. Everybody's like, oh, trade Nylander. That's insanity. So he didn't do it. This is an interesting one. Ray Shero helped build the Penguins into a Stanley Cup contender and champion with Sidney Crosby the first time. He hasn't had enough time in New Jersey to do it yet. He hasn't had the resources either. Now, Shero can start working some magic. He's a damn good general manager. We'll still give a really good grade too. Columbus GM Jarmo Kekalainen has turned a franchise that was a joke into the opposite. And Columbus looks like they're good to go for years to come. And Jarmo's the reason why. So while you can give this guy the award for getting Johansson, this guy gets the award for picking up Jones. And long term, I think Jones is the better player. So there's that. Bob Murray in Anaheim wasn't on my list last time. Pretty good general manager. Ducks are in the conference finals. It's a pretty good result. They're a pretty good team. They've been a good team for a while. Who's responsible for that? Murray. So, and I'm missing Doug Wilson in San Jose. Brian McClellan in Washington's not on that list. McClellan has built a Washington team that's been good to last for a long time. So while Oilers fans can say, well, Chiarelli is the best GM in the league, look at this. That's an award for GM of the Year. The Hart Trophy was won by Sedin brothers. Were they ever the best player in the NHL? No. I fully admit that as a Canucks fan. But for one season, Henrik, for one season, Daniel, nobody could touch him. Were they lucky that Crosby was hurting? Yep. That's sometimes the way it works. These are all really good general managers. And the fact is, when I looked at all 30 general managers, the only ones I'd give a failing grade to are Joe Sakic, potentially Jim Nill, Garth Snow. If he loses John Tavares, Garth Snow drops to a D. Ron Hextall never fixed the goaltending problem. Same reason Jim Nill gets failing grade for me. And Kevin Cheveldayoff in Winnipeg, although Winnipeg showed upward momentum at the end of the year. The general manager position is the hardest to grade because general manager moves are not always designed for that season. And I bring us back to Jim Benning. Jim Benning trades Hunter Shinkaruk for Marcus Granlund. And everybody, myself included, rakes him over the coals for it. What a stupid move. Look at Shinkaruk's ceiling compared to Granlund's. No. Turns out he was right. Shinkaruk has shown no top 6 potential in Calgary. And Granlund has been a goal scorer. So, year by year, any of these guys could win GM of the Year. If Ray Shero turns the #1 pick into Nolan Patrick, and Patrick comes in and plays a role for New Jersey next year, and if Zacha develops as well, and if they can start getting the Jersey scoring going, if Henrique has a bounce-back season, and if Taylor Hall gets back into the top 10 scoring in the NHL, your GM of the Year next year is Ray Shero. Peter Chiarelli's the same guy he was last year. Peter Chiarelli's the same GM now that he was when he got fired out of Boston. He makes the same moves and he has the same mindset with the moves he makes. Alright, so I don't need the board for the rest of this. I know what I need. I need whiskey for the rest of this. A little Crown Royal. Oh, yeah. Smooth. That'll calm the vocal cords. So yeah, on any given night, a team might be better than another. Stop. And it might make a GM look really good. And the Oilers made Chiarelli look really good this year because Chiarelli made good moves this year. But it, for me, does not mean that Chiarelli is the god of GMs in the NHL. He's a good GM. There are a lot of really good GMs in the NHL. Because if you're not a good GM in the NHL, you're Mike Milbury and you're out. They don't last. You're Mike Gillis, you're out. What is it with Mikes? Anyways. You have a low shelf life if you're not a great GM. And if you're not a good GM, it's even shorter. Well, let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. I'm going to wash that whiskey down with some Coke. Little Coke chaser. If I drink enough of that whiskey, we're going to have some fun videos tonight, aren't we? You guys may not understand me, but it'll be damned entertaining. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section below. That's not an award you want to win. Oh, and the other award you don't want to win? Coach of the Year. It's a graveyard. Let's go take a quick look at that. Coach of the Year winners. Move Mr. Microphone off to the side. Move the notebook down. Coach of the Year winners. I should grab the microphone for this. I totally should. Move that off to the side. Let us discuss Coaches of the Year. 2015-16 was Barry Trotz in Washington. 2014-15, Bob Hartley of the Calgary Flames. He's still coaching them, right? 2013-14, Patrick Waugh, Colorado Avalanche. He's still coaching them, right? 2012-13, Paul McLean, Ottawa Senators. He's still coaching them, right? 2011-12, Ken Hitchcock, St. Louis. 2010-11, Dan Bylsma, Pittsburgh. 2009-10, Dave Tippett, Arizona. Oh my God, the only coach that's still there is Arizona's. Because then you go down to Claude Julien in Boston, Bruce Boudreau in Washington, Alain Vigneault in Vancouver, Lindy Ruff in Buffalo, John Tortorella in Tampa. Oh my God, Dave Tippett's the only one who survived. You don't want to win that award. You just don't. You just don't. Ever. Oh, why did I do that? Oh, it's probably I'm screwing up my search result. I think that's probably the... All right, GM of the year. Last year was Jim Rutherford. Apparently he forgot how to GM this year. The year before was Steve Yzerman. Apparently he forgot. Bob Murray forgot. 2013 was Ray Shero. Well, he's in Jersey now, so he can't GM anymore. Doug Armstrong in 2012. Mike Gillis in 2011. And Don Maloney in 2010. Because, you know, that was when the feel-good story was the Coyotes. So think about it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. And, again, this is just one of those things. I'm going to go ahead and move this around because, you know, editing's for losers. And having a video that takes place in one spot, what's the point of that? This is a dynamic channel, damn it. We're going to make this video happen all over this room. Well, at least between this table and the bed. Desk. It's a desk. Damn you, Crown Royal. Damn you to hell. All right. I'm going to drink some more of that, though. It makes my throat feel better. Remember, kids, alcohol always makes everything feel better when you're sick. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Again, I'm not going to apologize for any ranking I had of GMs months ago, because as far as I'm concerned, there are so many good GMs that just because somebody's not on a top 10 list or a top 11 list that I put up doesn't mean I don't respect them as a GM. It means I think there's a lot of really good GMs. And that is the hardest job in sports, is general manager. And that's in any sport. General manager is damned hard. I think the NBA, it's really hard because one player can be the difference between being good and being crap. And if you decide which player to keep, which player to lose, and you're wrong, you're out of work. And it's one guy. Usually in the NHL, you'll get a few. Baseball, you might get like 20 because there's like 80 guys on a roster. Football, there's 156 guys on a roster, so you might be able to lose 40 before anybody notices unless it's Tom Brady, and then you're screwed. But I digress. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching, and hit like and subscribe. I promise I have a voice every other day of the year.